If you're building a mini course for the first time, you might have questions like, what goes with my lessons? Do I make slides? Do I do face to camera? Do I have worksheets, downloadables? What all goes into it? What do you recommend? In this video, we're gonna talk about all of that. If you're just joining me, my name's Lane and I'm doing a 90-day series all about Kajabi and your online business. This is day 26 of Crush It on Kajabi in 90 days, where we're talking about your business, talking about Kajabi, talking about how to get your business on Kajabi or start your business on Kajabi and grow it and scale it from there. This is all about how to be successful on that platform. And if you're just joining into this series, go back and watch the last 20-something videos. We've dug into Kajabi, we've talked about online business as a whole, and now we're on to mini courses. So that's a little bit of context for where we've been to this point. And if you're thinking about jumping on Kajabi, this is the best time to do it. You're gonna get a 30-day free trial with my link below, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You're also gonna get a 45-minute Zoom call with me. We're gonna talk about your business, talk about Kajabi, make sure you get the best possible start on that platform. And also, I wanna give you my $25,000 course launch email template. These are the exact emails and email strategy that I used to launch my first course, which made over $25,000 in the first 3 launches. So with my link, you get the 30-day free trial, you get the Zoom call, and you get the course launch email template, all as a way to say thank you for using my link, which is an affiliate link. So when you use it, I do get a small commission. So if you appreciate what we're doing here on this channel and it's helping you out, and you plan on jumping on the Kajabi anyway, then I'd appreciate it so much if you used my link. So in the last video, we talked about taking the research and information that you got from your audience about what's challenging them and what their desired goal is. We talked about putting that on paper and then uploading it to a spreadsheet that details every step of building your course. Today, we're gonna go a step further and I'm gonna drill down on some of the supporting documents that you're gonna have with your videos. Now, I'm assuming that on your mini course, it's going to be a video mini course, meaning that you can do a course that's just an ebook, you can do a course that's just audio, but I'm talking about a traditional style mini course where it's you on video, or at least your voice on video with slides being what they see and your voice being what they hear. But I suggest somewhat of a hybrid of the two, which I'll talk about later. But we're gonna get into all of that in this video. So let's start with that question of recording. What is the best method? Is it face to camera, or is it just slides where they hear your voice? Honestly, it's really up to you. What I do is a hybrid of those two things, where the bulk of what somebody sees on the screen is my slides. And then I'm still doing face to camera, but I'm minimized and on the bottom right-hand corner. What that does is it puts the emphasis on the content that I'm teaching, but I'm still there so they can still see me, I'm still interacting, but the majority, the bulk of what they're seeing and what their attention is drawn to are the slides. That's the way I do recording, which, by the way, in tomorrow's video, we're gonna get all into cameras, lighting, microphone, everything you need to get going with recording. So if you kind of have questions there, make sure to watch tomorrow's video. But for today, we're talking about slides, documents, things like that. So let's talk about slides. Now that we know that the bulk of what they're gonna see are slides, and they're gonna see us in the bottom corner if you do it my way, which again, isn't necessarily the right way, it's just the way I prefer it. But going with that, whether you're gonna be in there or not, you still have to map out what the slides are gonna be like. I suggest building your slides on Google Slides, which are, again, free. It's super easy to do. I've built all the slides for all my courses on Google Slides. I would make a template. I like a simple white background with really easily readable font. I usually do a heading, like a title at the beginning of the slide, and then I do paragraph text or bullets for the points that I'm gonna make. If I bring in any visuals, I'll bring those in. You can insert them as images or video within the slides on Google Slides. But I map it all out that way. And then when I record my lesson, I do a screen recording, which we'll talk about how again tomorrow. But right now, you're not worried about recording it yet. You're just focused on building out the slides. So what you wanna do is, when you're looking at a particular lesson, which again, going back to yesterday, that lesson is a milestone along their journey that you're taking them on. But within that milestone, or put another way, inside that lesson, you're gonna have a whole nother set of things that you wanna convey. I like to build my slides to work through a logical flow of a lesson so that I have the main theme of what I'm talking about at the top, and then whatever points I'm making are coming in as I'm talking about them. That's really easy to do. I honestly just do it manually, where I build a separate slide for every single point that comes in. One easy way to do it is build one slide that has all the bullets, make a copy of all of them for however many you need, and then just delete out the bullets that you don't need on those beginning slides so that it builds over time. If that doesn't make sense to you, I can do a more in-depth tutorial. But the point is, you wanna have slides that are gonna do two things. One, they're gonna display in your lesson so that people get a visual sense of what you're talking about while you're teaching it. And two, you're gonna provide them as a download within Kajabi. So when you upload your lesson, you don't just upload the video, you're gonna also upload the slides as a PDF, and that's one of the things that you're offering with the course is your slides as a download. There's people who like to print those out, or at least have the PDF so that they have a reference to follow. Next, let's talk about worksheets. I like to provide a worksheet with every lesson. Slides and worksheets and other downloadables are part of what helps separate a course from a normal piece of content. Let's say a free piece of content on YouTube. On YouTube, you may not have slides, you may not have downloadables, all of those kind of things. In the course you do, and that's what helps to make it more in-depth and a more valuable piece of content that people are willing to pay for. So I like to have a downloadable worksheet at the end of every lesson where people can take the content further. So in addition to having the slides, which they've already seen, they're gonna have a 1 or 2 page worksheet that's gonna give them next steps that are gonna directly relate to your lesson. These worksheets are not that hard to make. Just think in terms of next steps. When people leave your lesson, what is the next 1 or 2 or 3 courses of action that they need to take? What do they need to work through? What have you taught in your lesson that they need to put pen to paper and work out for themselves? That ends up being your worksheets. So we've got slides, we've got worksheets. Later we'll talk about your description once we start uploading to Kajabi, and then other documents. Sometimes in addition to worksheets, I might provide other PDFs and documents that I either build or I link to that can help support the lesson. No matter how you do it, the idea is to have something that supplements your video content so that people can take the material further and go as deep as they want with your material. If you're ready to jump onto Kajabi, be sure to use my link below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the videos in this series, and leave me a comment below if you have any questions, and I'll be sure to answer them in future videos in this series. At this point, you can check out this playlist right here where I'm gonna go into more depth about Kajabi and you can see if it's right for you. So click right here on this playlist and I'll join you in there, or you can just wait for the next video to pop up. I'll see you tomorrow.